So, welcome everyone. I'm just going to be asking you to allow your mind to recalibrate, to flip the script on what it means to be human, what your life has meant up till now. I have been witnessing an upgrade on a level that will profoundly change who you are and the way you walk on this earth. So, it's quite a big thing. So, think of this as the human version of the transformation from the caterpillar to the butterfly. That kind of metamorphosis. That's what we're talking about. It's beyond transformation, even. I've been working on a concept called the quantum human and getting more clarity on what that actually means. Well, this last month has been full of so many new revelations and insights, not only for me, but even for my membership. We've been noticing there's been light bulb moments all the time. But basically, what I've been telling you is this quantum human concept is a blend of two aspects. But getting the exact terminology right has been a bit of a challenge. But over the last month, I think I finally got it. So what I've been calling a good sense of logic and reasoning, which is kind of the left brain side, is now showing itself as the entrepreneurial high achiever mindset. Now, mindset's important there in that word. In retrospect, it's quite obvious because when I think about my background, I was an entrepreneur, as in I was a CTO of my own tech startup. Now, what threw me is that I wouldn't have seen myself as an entrepreneur. And when I started that business, it was more of my soul calling, I guess. So I didn't see myself as wanting to create a business. I was just following a calling that spoke to me. So I would never have claimed the entrepreneur type title as my definition or role, but then I don't use roles in general. However, when I looked into the entrepreneurial mindset, then I could see that I had those traits and those behaviors and those ways of thinking. Think of the mindset as more of the way your mind works, as opposed to your business ideas or the abilities that you have to set up a business or even wanting to create your own business. The mindset can be used as a parent, the mindset can be used in your existing corporate role, it can be used as an artist, it can be used as a yoga teacher. It fits all aspects, okay? So hopefully you get an idea as the entrepreneurial mindset as opposed to an entrepreneur. The thing is, now that I know what that energy signature looks like, I can now start noticing it in other people. And it's been so exciting to see that so many people I know that would never call themselves entrepreneur, just like me, have entrepreneurial mindsets instead. So typically, a person who has their own business does not necessarily have an entrepreneurial mindset. But also, a person with an entrepreneurial mindset will not necessarily create their own business. Now, this is really interesting because they're the people that are sleeping in the shadows that I've been told to help. So that explains why whenever I've been trying to work with business owners, it didn't quite fit. And when I've tried to work with spiritual people, it didn't quite fit. So I'm quite excited by this. So the other part of the quantum human is the deep thinking, empathic, creative part that I keep talking about. And really, this is what we get when we connect to our higher self, to higher consciousness. So effectively, then, if I call this the higher self, though I know it's not that, it's much, much bigger than that, but it's a good word to kind of summarize that side, then you'll find that the quantum human is a blend of entrepreneurial mindset meeting higher self. So these are both mindsets and skills and abilities. And you can imagine when these combine together, the kind of person that you're going to have is going to be amazing and powerful and innovative and a trailblazer. Now, the thing that is keeping them in the shadows is actually a couple of common personality traits that we all struggle with, or maybe the entrepreneurial high achiever mindset people will struggle with. It's things like imposter syndrome, perfectionism, people pleasing. I think the other part of why people don't step into the entrepreneurial side is because of lack of energetic protection and the fear of burning out. So those are the things that are kind of holding these people back from stepping out of the shadows into their full light. Now, I've been going through that journey myself, learning how to step out of the shadows myself. Even though I was CTO of my own business, the title felt like a heavy weight on my shoulder. The work that I was doing was entrepreneurial. I was creating, innovating, doing all the things, taking risks, doing all the things that that kind of mindset does. But I would never have claimed that energy as being who I was. Then when I came across my white star energy and connecting to her, what I discovered was that the feelings she brought were quite foreign to me. The connecting to your higher self, communicating with spirit, all that kind of stuff, never completely sat with me comfortably. So I've had to find my own pathway through that. I found the spiritual books were perhaps a little bit too flowery and a bit too vague, and the psychological books were lacking and feeling a bit empty. So I was kind of always in the middle. So when White Star came to me, it was kind of like she pushed me. She said, get out there and do this. And I was like, no. But I got the message that if I didn't, it would actually make me physically ill. So that's when I started sharing in 2020 more about what I'd been experiencing. Now, back in November 2024, what I noticed was White Star came into my body, and it was quite a strange experience because it was a very strong experience and it really felt powerful, and I felt really connected in a way that I've never felt connected before. Even though I thought all the things I've done up till now was making me more confident, more able to share the message, this was a completely new feeling for me. Now, I don't think I've ever felt that energy before, even as CTO of the tech startup. So this was all quite new. And I kind of mentioned it in the episode back then, and we talked about it as a possible soul walk-in. And I was double checking because spiritually these can be quite dangerous energies. So you have to be really discerning about what you're connecting to. But the thing is, I don't see White Star as a separate entity. I don't see her as a guide. I don't see her as another being. She is me. I know her intimately as me, just somehow she's different. So when she came in, it was like, I wouldn't even say it was like switching out. It was a blending feeling. And the best I can say is that feeling you get when you're doing a meditation and feeling really nice and relaxed and anything's possible type energy. And then you come back into your human body and you feel, yeah, now I've got to get back on with the other life, my human aspects. Imagine if that separation didn't exist and that instead those two came together as a single experience. That's what it felt like when I experienced White Star. Now, she didn't stay around long. She actually said she couldn't quite operate in my physical body because of some constraints. But I think she was showing me what is now happening this month. This is the best description I can give you of this new energy that's coming in. But you might want to go back to November and play the quantum human revelations from then to sort of see how this has progressed. So when I look back at the whole of everything I was guided to do with these podcasts, because again, this was a calling, I didn't know what I was going to be doing, but I could see that all of the steps that I've been sharing about, of the mindset shifts, the reforging and the repositioning of information and what we think about ourselves, it's all been really preparing us to be this new version of ourselves. We did a session on the imposter syndrome and saying that the imposter syndrome is you sitting here now, not when you feel like you're doing something out of your normal status. That's just your real self trying to break through. The imposter is the person playing small now. We've spoken about how to find the conviction rather than motivation, how to obey the calling of the soul, spiritual bypassing. There's just been so many topics. And when I look at the range of topics now, I can see how that was preparing our entrepreneurial mindset to allow the higher self to integrate. So how does that sound to you guys? Because I'm kind of excited. So effectively, we are now at a point, I guess, where we're going to be a single energetic being where our higher self meets our entrepreneurial mindset. But I thought then, what is the word for this? And of course, like another kind of light bulb moment where I went, of course, this is the quantum human that I've been speaking about. So effectively this month, and I don't think everybody's going to have it this month. I think some people are going to be prototyping the experience. But this energy that's coming in right now is the quantum human full activation effectively. And why is this important right now? Why is this happening now? Because it's a time in our evolution where technology and artificial intelligence is gaining momentum. And we need people that are going to be able to stand strong in this landscape of chaos, of the unknown, of not knowing what's real and what's not real, with deepfake videos, with people being able to write amazing bios for themselves because AI helped them. And the people in that arena that want to show there is another way where technology supports us rather than us being consumed by technology. And that's where the higher self, connected to its divine intelligence and the entrepreneurial mindset, like really mastering how we use our logical mind, is going to help us be driven individuals, innovating, trailblazing new solutions in the world. And this isn't about creating new businesses, but coming up with amazing new ideas, big and small, and without burnout. That's the important bit. And I think this is the rare success that we've been preparing for since May in 2024. So if somebody asks me, like, why was I saying rare success? You can imagine embodying this higher self counts as a once in a millennia type of evolution. Yeah. And this might become more normal in the future. We won't even think about it. But right now, this is quite a new feeling and sensation. So I think once we get the hang of this, the world will change quite radically if we can get momentum of quantum human awakenings and tapping into our abilities and power. But yeah, some people are saying in the comments, it's very important what I'm saying. So for those that don't know me, I'm Trudy Marie, and I've got Trudy Marie White Star. I was always told I had to keep them all in my name, which I wasn't keen on. So even my name makes more sense now. Trudy Marie is my entrepreneurial name, and White Star is my higher self. So my specialty is channeling divine intelligence as a soul purpose guide and a visionary. So I think now, again, I can probably claim my talent is that I can do this in a way that suits the entrepreneurial way of thinking, because that's a different mind. We understand neurodivergence now, but we need different techniques to match the different neurodivergence. And an entrepreneurial mindset has a different way of thinking. So I share quantum human revelations as a practical guide to help people step out of the shadows and confusion into your full soul light, or your full quantum human light and potential, and connect into this big why, your cosmic purpose, your kingdom's work, your service to the evolution of humanity, if you wish. And I do that by showing you how you designed your life. I then help you decode the clues that you left for yourself. And I assist you in discovering and healing and liberating your true quantum human abilities, your entrepreneurial mindset, your higher self-knowledge and abilities. And I help you reframe your life, your challenges, and your mess into the solutions you're here to deliver for other people. And that's the key here, is that your life has been designed for this one purpose, for you to help others to navigate that life path and achieve a process or a new solution or a new product or something that's going to help a particular group of people so that they can step into their quantum human aspect as well. And it's all about doing it without the burnout, because, if we look at it now, we're all living to work as opposed to working to live. So I really want to build a community of people, because when we talked about the 2025 reading, we emphasized that the clues aren't only in our life path, the clues are also in the people we meet and what they share with us. So we have to become more vulnerable to receive all of this input into our energy and our knowledge and little clues like the TV or what somebody says to you. And to do that, we need to stop trying to do this on our own and start becoming parts of communities. Whether you go in for a season or go in for a longer time is really up to you. But if you want to become a revolutionary critical thinker, change maker, then hang out with those people. Find other people like that. So if you really want to embrace all of your quantum human abilities, this has been my life path. This has been my talent that I've been learning how to share with the world, learning how to use it, learning how to express it. So this has been my life's work, helping quantum humans awaken to their own soul purpose and their own magic that they're here to build. So I don't teach people how to do what I do. I teach you how to find your unique path and your amazing frequency so that you can do your own magic, so that we build this network of individuals coming together, all with our specialties. But when we come together, there's the power of the whole from all the parts. And the way that I offer this is through a membership. This is a subscription-based membership, but it's a training effectively. There's 12 modules, one each month, a 3-hour workshop on a weekend. And it's all aimed at helping you support the metamorphosis of you into the quantum human. And it's a balance of the entrepreneurial skill set and the higher self skill set. So it's intensive work. It's really for people that have that analytical mind. There's a lot of questions and workbooks, digging into your healing, understanding your challenges, how to turn them into your gold, understanding the difference between personality and soul, energetic recalibrations, body updates. So it's all that kind of work that we do once a month. And that's the essential level. And once you finish that, I have a more advanced level for some people when they're ready. And it's about doing all of that with grace and without the burnout. But if you want a quicker route, then I do a 1-to-1, which is a 6-month container. And then we do some real radical liberation work to get you unstuck from past lives, from your thoughts, from your personality, from your parental conditioning, from karmic bindings, whatever's holding you back, we clear it all out so that you then can emerge as the empowered quantum human and stepping more into your galactic light as well. You know, this cosmic light, not just the human soul combination. We're really stepping up into becoming a agent of the universe. So if you're interested in any of that, we can set up a free assessment to reimagine your future and chat about your needs and see if what I do helps. I must admit, I haven't been posting a lot recently. I've just had this real feeling that I just needed to process it in my body first, to understand it before sharing it. And, you know, the container of my membership is my main focus at the moment. But I'm sure as the energies settle and when my practices and processes and techniques are all more defined, then I might be able to share more with you all then. So thank you for joining me today and bringing our energy. Remember, this is a time to delve into your own healing, to perfect your own healing. So don't try and focus on helping other people. Make sure to rest and to let your body guide you through these energetic shifts this month and this burning initiation fire. Get to know it well and get to learn how to use it, and focus on purification mainly, and how to dissect your life and start pulling apart the pieces so that you put it back together in a form that is going to be more in alignment with this new higher self that's coming in. Because the world needs your light, it needs your passion, and it needs your unique talents. So go forth, quantum humans, and create heaven on earth. That's what your soul really longs for. It's all our souls long for. And the universe is going to help support you to do that. Because when you're successfully using your talents in service for the world, remember, it helps the universe, which helps the world and helps all other living things. So remember, any comments that you shared is going to help somebody else have some synchronous moments. So please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please share this video with other people that might want to start their quantum human awakening process. So thank you, guys. I hope that was useful for you. And I'll see you all next month.